Our top story: have childcare professionals in Norway snatched two toddlers aged 1 and 3 from their parents because they've equated the Indian way of bringing up kids to child abuse. It depends who you ask. Aishwarya and Avigyan's parents insist that child welfare authorities in Norway have committed a grave crime based at least partially on cultural ignorance. The authorities in Norway say they are neither ignorant nor are they biased.
Shock, outrage and anxiety have driven these desperate grandparents to the president's doorstep. It's been over 7 months since Monotosh and Shikha Chakrabarti have seen their grandchildren taken away from their daughter and son-in-law and sent to foster care by Norway's Child Protection Services.
তিনি অবশ্য কথা দিয়েছেন যে তিনি সেটা করবেন। আমরা সেই আশাতে রয়েছি, জানি না আমাদের কি হবে কপাল।
In May last year, Anurup and Sagarika lost custody of their toddlers after Norwegian authorities objected to her hand-feeding the baby, equating it to force-feeding. Norway's Child Protection Service took equal objection to the child sleeping in the same bed as the father, insisting the boy must have an independent bed. What seemed to be cultural differences have now turned out into a full-fledged legal battle for the children's custody.
It's a terrible situation in our life and it's like a nightmare.
They're Indian citizens and they're minors, and that's our only hope that the Indian government and the president will intervene and bring back our children.
There's nothing that they're saying that there was any abuse of the children. There is no issue of a crime. Question here is, the Norwegian authorities have taken an action which has traumatized two babies. They have absolutely no authority, either ethically, morally, or under international law.
The Ministry of External Affairs is actively pursuing the matter with Norwegian authorities. Aishwarya and Avigyan's parents have lost the case in the lower courts in Norway, which has ordered them to be in the care of foster parents till the age of 18. What's worse is that their parents' work visas expire in March and time is running out.
A fight तुमको करना ही पड़ेगा तुमको बच्चे के लिए.
Every day lost is another day which we have to make more efforts to bring our children back to their normal lives.
In New Delhi with Srijan Narayan, Ketki Angre for NDTV.
Well, through the day, we tried to hunt down child welfare services in Stavanger in Norway, where the kids were taken away. Finally, Gunnar Torresen, who heads child welfare services, replied to us, completely denying the account of the parents. Now, this is what he's written to us. This is a part of his statement. The Child Welfare Service has a responsibility to intervene if measures at the home are not sufficient to meet a child's needs. Examples are when there is every probability that the child's health or development may be seriously harmed because the parents are incapable of taking adequate responsibility for their child. The Norwegian Child Welfare Act applies to all children in Norway regardless of the child's nationality, citizenship or cultural background. This is the head of Child Welfare Services in Stavanger in Norway. But why would the government of India be involved in this case unless they were absolutely certain that Aishwarya and Avigyan's parents are being honest and have not committed a crime? Today, in a statement, the External Affairs Ministry says the embassy has reiterated the concerns of the government of India to the Norwegian Ministry of Foreign Affairs that the children were being deprived of the undoubted benefits of being brought up in their own ethnic, religious, cultural and linguistic milieu. Hence, the return of the children to India so that they can be brought up in familiar surroundings under the loving care of their extended family would be in their best long-term interests. Norwegian authorities have expressed understanding, and it is understood that they are trying to find a solution. The matter will continue to be pursued with them actively.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.